On day 100 of Flip It Forward West Des Moines, follow along with me as we get an update on the kitchen, fully updated bathroom, upstairs carpet, trim, electricals all in, and of course, our beautiful front pillar. The curb appeal here is awesome. Let's go check it out right now. First off, you may notice the front is just about done. We still have to put up the deck railing, but look at this transformation. I cannot believe what a little bit of cedar, okay, a lot of cedar, can do to a house. This is probably the thing I am most proud of, most excited about. This column just got finished yesterday. Incredible, such a huge transformation on this house. The peak, the black trim, the deck, all of it. All of this was done with doers off of HUDU. All publicly bid, all done right through the platform. If it's legal, you can list it. And boy, we're learning with Flip It Forward that the sky is the limit with what you can get done. Let's go inside. Let's check out what else is going on. How many times have you seen construction workers mop a floor? We told them we were recording and they are here getting the house cleaned up. Man, what a phenomenal job. Today's day 100. Now, if you remember, when we set out to do this, there was a bet we'd get it done in 69 days. I was overconfident. I didn't anticipate getting into the walls and all of the plumbing needing replaced, which added 28 days to the schedule as we scoped that out, got pricing, and got it within budget. However, we got this entire house replumbed for $8,200. Bid started at 40. That competition drove it down. $8,200, licensed master plumber right here in Des Moines. Incredible. Let's go take a peek at what that bathroom looks like today. It looks like the electrician is here right now getting everything wired up. But wow, what a difference. We're still in finishing touches, but trim's going on, getting the ceilings painted, trimming out electrical. This place will be done end of day today or tomorrow. I mean, I'm excited. It smells wonderful in here. Day one, walked into this bathroom. My very first time coming into this bathroom, I almost puked. It was so bad. Cat urine and kitty litter and just 40 years of buildup. It was not good. All of these walls, everything in this bathroom has been completely redone, replaced. The floors, the ceiling, all of it. I'm so excited to see what this looks like done, but what a transformation. It looks like they've got these first floor bedrooms being painted, the ceilings being painted. So the process is that you go in, you paint the walls, then you tape off the walls and you spray the ceiling. That's how they did it. Seems like a lot of work. Maybe someone can invent a way to plastic off a ceiling so you can paint it first and then paint the walls. Not a lot of work took place here in the living room. In fact, this is probably the one section of the house that we basically just painted and refinished the floors. But I will say, this is going to be one of my favorite views of the house. You can see that cedar column right outside the window. You got the beautiful blue door. I mean, what an awesome transformation. The other day we had the neighbor ask me about updates. Hey, Derek, when are you guys doing your next Flip It Forward episode? I said, well, I'll tell you what, I'll do you one better. Why don't I give you a tour? And she stepped inside and she was blown away. With our first Flip It Forward property, we wanted a signature touch. So we sat down, we talked about what we were going to do. I am in love with HUDU Blue, 0342FE, if you're curious about the hex code. I wasn't sure everybody else would love it though. However, seeing the door painted, and once it's closed, here, come back outside for a second. Once the door is closed, the hardware will all be updated. It'll all be black hardware. But once it's closed, we get the outside of the house cleaned up because, you know, we're still waiting on that final clean. But you've got the black trim, the black accents, the cedar, the blue. I think it all ties together really nicely. And I think it has awesome curb appeal. So I love the signature blue. We'll see if the new homeowners update it, put their own touch on it. But for our first Flip It Forward property, I love the HUDU Blue. So yesterday, the neighbor came in. And she came right in through the door. And the first thing she sees is this big open kitchen. Now, if you remember when we first bought the property, there was a tiny little opening right here. This was all walled off. And the kitchen felt so small. Not only did it feel small, but it was cluttered and messy and dirty. And now it's bright and airy and fresh and open. And I love the flow. Cabinets, countertops have all been installed. Quartz Impressions out of Elkhart. They did the countertops. They turned out phenomenal. Fast turnaround time. We had all new countertops installed, custom countertops installed. It's like 4,800 bucks. I mean, what an awesome deal. It just really brought the place to life. Now, if you remember, Flip It Forward's not just about giving some lucky buyer $20, $30, $40,000 in instant equity. It's about giving old materials new life. And we found these cabinets on Facebook Marketplace up in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Brand new cabinets from Menards, builder grade, were $9,000. And I thought, A, those aren't really high quality, and B, I think we can do better. We found these beautiful custom oak cabinets. They're from like 2010. Existing homeowner paid like 20 grand for these. Back in 2010, we picked them up for 2,000 bucks. We were able to put $20,000 cabinets in this house for 2,000 bucks. And we're able to take that money, put it into other parts of the house, like the front, like the curb appeal, like the equity that these new homeowners are going to get. So Flip It Forward is not just about giving that equity to the new homeowners, but it's about giving new life, new opportunities to building materials that aren't quite ready for the landfill. Talk about these floors. We didn't cut any corners here at our first Flip It Forward property, and I have no intentions of doing so as we move forward. We went all out. These floors have what, a 25, I think these floors have like a 25-year warranty, waterproof, LVP, meaning they're laminate vinyl planks. There's a lot of different type of materials that go into houses. The lower quality builder grade materials are what most flip companies use. We did none of that here in these properties. This is all cushioned. It's vinyl to where you could soak this. You could completely submerge this in water and nothing would happen to it. Now, a lot of people will go into a house, a property, and they'll use like a composite type of material to where when you get it wet, it swells. Maybe you live in a house that has these materials. And as the water, you're in the kitchen, right? So as you're loading the dishwasher, as you're cooking, you're baking, whatever, hey, God forbid your kid drops a gallon of milk and it goes all over the floor. It seeps into these seams and then it bubbles up and then it's getting wore down. The material starts to peel and flake off. That will never happen with these. 25-year warranty. We've kept everything. We've documented everything. The new homeowner is going to get all the receipts, all the warranties. This is good stuff. I love these floors. When I first got them out here, everyone would look at them and they're like, oh man, those are just, I think that's too big, too bold of a statement for such a small kitchen. I think it makes this kitchen look so big, so open. We'll get these floors cleaned. We'll put a nice shine to them. I love these floors. I think they look really good. And I think this is going to be an awesome house, an awesome kitchen when we're done. I cannot wait. All right, what else do we have here in the kitchen? We've got the floors, the cabinets, the countertops. We blew out this wall. We blew out the pantry. Oh, this void. What's this? This was our first taste of virality. This is the famous viral fan that we had.
These things are so cool. You see these up in attics and you see them in older kitchens. This is an exhaust.
It went viral because it's such a functional piece of equipment in a kitchen today. A fan that actually does what it's intended to. This fan kicks on, opens up the outside door, and will just suck the air right out of this room. So it's currently being restored. When we first started designing the kitchen, I wanted to put the fridge on the other side of the kitchen and return these cabinets over with a Lazy Susan here in the corner and a Lazy Susan up top that tapered into the window. This fan prevented that. However, I'm glad we kept it, and I think the kitchen turned out really well. Very airy, very roomy, lots of room. Looking forward to the fan getting refinished, refurbished, and reinstalled. All right, that's the main floor. Let's go check out upstairs. I think it's been carpeted. I think the trim has been started. I think it's coming together. Let's go take a look. You're gonna have to take off your shoes. It looks like they're trimming out the electrical right now, so the power's off up here. Hopefully we have enough light. However, the carpet's been installed, the trim's been installed. It looks like the door's in. Bathroom floor is not quite done. Smells great. I love the smell. I mean, that was a brave move that I didn't think about until I did it. When we bought this place, I probably would have died by doing that. These floors were all sealed. Everything up here has been Kilts or Zinsler or something. The primer that seals in the odors, the smells. This house smells like new construction. And I know for a fact it was smoked in for 40 years. So I'm pretty impressed. When we built this closet, I was worried about accessibility, being able to access, close in the back on either side, because we only put in this one door. This is going to be a rolling barn door right here. However, looking in here, I think there's plenty of room. You know, you've got the stuff you access on the daily, and then you can throw seasonal clothes, coats in the back, and you've got this nice shelf for storage, shoes, whatever. I think it's turned out to be a really nice closet. Start to finish, this entire closet was like 800 bucks. Still has a little bit of a dungeon vibe. However, it's a new dungeon, not an old grungy one now. But it looks like they're starting to get the electrical wired in. The basement, the kitchen, all the bathrooms, completely updated circuits. We replaced all the electrical. If you remember, the main floor bathroom had some really sketchy stuff going on in the walls. Fire hazards. Man, I'm surprised this place never burned down. But we have updated all of the important electrical. Let's go that way. Started painting, priming the walls. Electrical's going in. Can lights are here. Bathroom vanity is here. Looking good. Smelling good. Let's go outside, see what's going on out there. One of the comments the neighbor made the other day is how much space the backyard really has to it now that this tree's gone. Optimum Outdoor took down this 33-foot pine tree. What was it, like $800-900? It was crazy. Anyway, we got some negative feedback at first, some pushback about cutting down this big, beautiful tree. But now, look at this awesome backyard. I can't wait to get sod laid back here. The doers were out here pricing out sod the other day, putting in some quotes, but we're going to get this sodded, and once we're done, it's going to be a lush, beautiful green backyard. It's going to be great for our new family. Speaking of, if you know someone that would love to buy this house, I think we're coming in right around $299 on budget. We had a drive-by assessment the other day. It was mid to low threes. I'm not going to give away that number just yet, meaning the new homeowner on this property is going to walk into $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in instant equity. We don't know those numbers until we actually get everything wrapped up, buttoned up. But hey, go to flipitforward.com. Submit a quick application. Let us know a little bit about you. You have to be a registered user on HUDU, so make sure you get signed up. We're looking for a Central Iowan, a veteran, a nurse, a first responder, a young family, someone who wants that jump start, walking into $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in instant equity. If that's you, if you know someone, go to flipitforward.com, nominate them in the comments below, and let's get this new homeowner lined up.